Welcome to our first end of the month stock portfolio recap. We ran a poll. 100% of the audience said yes, they would love to see monthly videos. So here we are. And these are the topics that our monthly recap videos will consist of. In this segment, there are three main topics that we're covering every time, okay? So the first one is our Robinhood stock portfolio and how it's performed, which we share that with the audience every single day like clockwork for the last year. The second thing we're discussing is our dividend payouts, how much dividend we got and where the dividends came from. The last thing we're going to talk about is market conditions, and what a way to get started with this one. For the month of January, our Robinhood portfolio is up $2,000, and selfishly, I was hoping for a down month because stocks haven't went on sale in a long time. In fact, this is our 10th consecutive up month, so hopefully the 11th one is going to be At some point within the first 2-3 weeks of January, we were actually up about $7,000. And that was because there was a lot of optimism baked in. You know, Biden finally getting in the office. There's some sense of hope and unity. A lot of vaccine news and a lot of optimism around the vaccine and stuff like that. So it drives the markets up, obviously. Good news means we're going up. We're going up. I can't forget to mention that we also did get an extra $600 in stimmy. And I think most of that stimmy, as you already know, always goes to the businesses. So equity markets is on the rise, baby. Second half of the month brought some reality checks surrounding COVID and the vaccine situation. The Fed spoke on the subject to let people know, hey, don't let your ego get you in trouble because the economy is still not in good shape. The vaccine is not going as well as everybody would have hoped for, and it's going to take some time before we get back to normalcy. For our dividend breakdown, we got paid $91 for the month of January from 26 different companies. Yes, we do own a lot of companies in our portfolio. Like the pie chart, scary. It's looking like the S&P 500 index fund. And we definitely can't finish the end of the month recap without talking about the hottest topic in the stock market right now. All right, we're talking about Reddit, Gamestop, AMC, Robinhood, the hedge funds, for those that believe in the theories that's all out there. Let me set the scene for you real quick. Some hedge funds shorted GameStop. They said, yo, you guys are about to look like Blockbuster real soon. Now, a group of retail investors through tips from Reddit and banding together decided, hey, we're going to buy GameStop. We found a loophole. We're going to buy GameStop, drive the prices up for some nice quick profit gains and stick it to them. Most of the brokerage platforms had difficulty throughout the week because of all the volatility and volume of trade going on. So Robinhood decided like, hey, look, they're going to stop trading or halt trading for certain individual stock, GameStop and AMC being two examples. So Robinhood is getting all the heat from the media, from the retail investor, from everybody right now about halting trades. And let's face it, most retail investors started within the last 2 years, and they are using Robinhood platforms. So therefore, they're just automatically going to just, attack whatever is stopping them from trading and making money in this free trade society that we claim to have. Multiple brokerages had to act in a similar manner, including Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade, and even Vanguard had a lot of challenges because of the volatility and the volume that was just going on. Some people feel like, hey, look, they did the right thing by halting some of the trades to certain stocks. And most of your retail investors feel like, hey, they're being cheated out because they're chasing the hype and what they're doing is legal and there shouldn't be no problem. So why stop the trades? Now, in my opinion, I'm indifferent about the situation. Why? Because my investment strategy and philosophy is not one of a trader. So therefore, I'm just enjoying the show, watching everything unfold while I eat my popcorn. What we saw this week in the markets is the ugliness that's attached to trading and the collusion that goes on all levels by all parties, hedge funds included, retail investors included, all traders included. That is why I refuse to just teach money and I focus on long-term investment strategies and helping people build that long-term wealth first, because that's happening. That's what happens when you're all strictly focused on money. This is what greed and collusion looks like, whether it's retail investors or hedge funds doing it, right? Everybody's in the same boat. Everybody's playing God in the devil's playground. And this is exactly what we mean when we say trading is not the same thing as investing. Two different ball games. All the activity and stuff this week, that's trading. They're focused on GameStop, AMC, the hype, quick, rich, flip it, whatever you want to call it. As an investor, we're focused more on, okay, all that money they're going to make, where is that money going to eventually end up? And we just stay over there and wait. So we're playing chess, they're playing tic-tac-toe. We love playing landlord. Everybody else can play tenant. Most people speculate that they stop the trades for these specific stocks to protect the hedge funds and not the broader community. So your retail investor who just want to run the money up is screaming free trade, and halting the trades is not free trade. But people don't ever take the time to read the fine prints, and they never learned the rules to the game before they play in the game. Everybody's so focused on money and just thinking money. And now, like as I've always stated, when you just focus on money and think money, you're not going to have any, and you're going to hurt a lot of people in that process. We all want to fly the plane and go off into the sky or the moon, as Elon Musk will put it. But nobody want to go to flight school, and nobody want to learn the rules to flying. Everyone think they're investment gurus and know ones that play here without even knowing the rules to the game. So brokerages and firms have fiduciary duties and responsibilities that goes into running a brokerage firm / platform. Most of your retail investors have no idea what that's like or what goes into that. All right, so as a brokerage platform, the more people are using your platform and your services, the more money you're going to make by default. So why would Robinhood stop themselves from actually making money and taking advantage of everybody, especially your brand new investor that don't really know much? Why would they just stop their own ability to just generate insane amount of money? It wouldn't make sense, right? So most retail investors think just because they were buying GameStop is the reason why hedge funds are upset or, down about the situation, or trying to get Robinhood and all these other brokerages to, take care of them because they are the 1%. People have no clue what's really being at play here, okay? Average Joe might have $500, $1,000, $5,000 put into GameStop. He's flipping, let's say, $5,000 to $20, $30K. Hedge funds have insane amount of cash. So as GameStop hit $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, these guys are pumping in millions. How do you think it got so high? It's not just because your retail investors are buying it. These hedge funds are buying it as well. Only difference is they've been doing it a lot longer than you, and they know how to be quiet about it. That's what hedge funds have been doing for a long time. Yes, we're very much aware of that. Why? Because they are quiet about it. Now, your retail investor get the hot topic, and guess what we want to do? Seeking validation and crowd and letting everybody know that, hey, we're gurus and we're looking for attention. Just stack your money, get the paper, and keep your mouth shut. That way you don't draw too much attention to yourself. There was a sad story that broke out, I believe, earlier last year, 2020, of a young adult, probably 18, 19, 20 at the most, who was trading and ended up being in negative 100K for the portfolio. And unfortunately, the young adult took his own life. Now, when this news broke out, everybody went crazy on Robinhood. Everybody attacked them. And, everybody's like, hey, how come there's not enough restrictions? You got young adults being able to trade insane amount of money that they don't really understand what's going on here. How come there's not stricter rules and background checkers, background checks going on? Okay. Now Robinhood came up with more restrictions, and especially in unfamiliar territory for most traders, right? And we're like, oh, no, we don't want restrictions. We want free trade. But we don't care about anybody else or the lack of knowledge or skills that somebody else have, or being negatively impacted because they don't know what's really going on here. We don't care as long as we're getting ours, right? That is the deadliest. And when greed has its grip on you, that's what happens. You don't care what's happening. You're just getting your money, and that's all you care about. The fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter what these brokerages do. You can never please everybody. And I'm glad that everybody's investing, making money. I want everybody to succeed and do well. But the people that are going to suffer the most from recent events is not your hedge funds. It's your average investor who ended up buying at 250, 300, 400, 500, whatever. Whenever this cycle finally ends, and it will end, the person that's going to be left just holding the bag is going to be your average investor who knew nothing was coming. Wait, once everybody start pulling this money out and just start taking everything out, somebody's going to be hurt real bad. Somebody's going to be burned, and it's not going to be your hedge funds. It's going to be your average people that could not really afford to lose that type of money. Okay, so yeah, some people are going to be making money, but a lot of people are going to be burning money. So make sure you do know the rules before you play, because it's impossible to win a game that you don't know the rules. You're just going to be lost in the sauce. And I'm not saying the rules are fair. Life is not fair. So, we all living and dealing with it. I'm not saying the rules are fair, but you have to understand what you're really involving yourself in. Don't get so emotionally attached to your money or the hype of chasing money that, you lose sight of reality too along the way. That's why most traders do not outperform your basic passive investor, because there's too many forces at play, and we think we know more than life itself. And this is why tycoons study life and not money. Because at the end of the day, as a tycoon, your investment strategy is literally about owning the whole league. Okay, so we own the league and we don't have to worry about, is Lakers going to win the championship this year, or is Brooklyn, or is the Warriors? We own the whole league. Therefore, no matter who's winning the championship, we own everything. So we're winning year over year without spending any time and energy on the activities or the game itself going on. We don't have to play. We just get to watch and enjoy. So this was the hot topic of January. I wonder what February is going to bring, because we're all excited. We're right into the weekend, so not a lot of activity right now. Monday, the clock hits and we're off to the races. I got my popcorn ready. I'm wishing everybody the best of luck. I want everybody to do well, build a lot of wealth, make money so you can experience and live that tycoon lifestyle that you want. But you want to make sure you're doing it responsibly as well. So I'll see you guys at the top. Cheers.